Yes, we are going to get some heavy snow toward the end of the weekend, and we're going to talk about that. But I want to take a moment right now to try to put the cold into perspective, because this is not just a run-of-the-mill winter cool down. Depending on the forecast, we are expecting between 7 and 10 days without even hitting 20 degrees. Now, today I spent quite a bit of time going through literally 100 years of data from the Buffalo National Weather Service office. And here in the Queen City, the longest stretch of not getting out of the teens was 16 consecutive days back in 1961. We also went 11 days in a row stuck in at least the teens in 1936, and then there you can see a 10-day streak in 1979. Finally, back in December and January 2017 into 2018, we went 8 days in a row where we didn't hit 20 degrees. We could potentially tie that or beat it with this stretch depending on the forecast. Kind of puts it into perspective. Today, Governor Kathy Hochul declared a state of emergency here in New York because of all that. She joins again more than a dozen other governors who have done the same. Hochul says road crews, first responders, and utility workers are on standby.
We have DOT equipment and staff, and we have 1,600 large plows, 149 medium plows. We got plows everywhere, snow blowers, throughway equipment, 345 large and medium duty plows everywhere, and 114,000 tons of salt on hand. I'm preparing for the worst case scenarios here in New York. All of our utility crews, almost 5,600 utility workers, are on standby to respond to outages wherever they occur, so we can get your power and your heat on immediately or as soon as humanly possible.
The governor also added that New York State troopers are prepared to add extra patrols with specialized equipment and units staged and ready to deploy. Mike Baggerman with NYSEG joins us live here in studio tonight to talk more about the utility side of this. The governor mentioned there that there are thousands of folks on standby. We aren't going to get the ice that they're going to see down across the mid-Atlantic part of the country. But when it's this cold, any outage is so much more significant. We're talking potentially life-threatening cold. What is NYSEG doing now to prepare for this?
Well, of course, we're always ready to prepare for any kind of storm event that's happening, and this weekend is, of course, no different. Fortunately, the great news with this specific weather event is that we're not expecting significant outages locally as a result of it. That being said, as I mentioned, we are still prepared for it. We're going to have crews that are fully staffed throughout the weekend in order to respond to any emergencies that would be happening locally. And Michael, when we talk about, storm responses, it's so important to remember that, whether it's the crews, whether it's the equipment that's involved, a lot of that takes investments in order to happen. And of course, working with DPS, they're the ones that ultimately decide, how much investments are made into our storm response. They make sure that we are ready for storms, including ones like this one.
The New York State Independent Systems Operator, which basically manages the grid in New York, put out today that they have plenty of capacity to handle what is expected to come. It's not always ice that causes outages, though, right? If we get heavy snow, and depending on what it is, that can cause outages too. So it's not like we're going to be completely out of the woods here, right?
Absolutely. That's why we still have the crews on hand over this weekend. They're expected to, respond to any outage that happen. They'll do it very promptly. And it's important to remember that, yes, ice is a big concern. Not necessarily with this storm. Winds are always a concern that we have in this community as well. But fortunately, in this community, the snow not going to have that much of an impact we're anticipating based on our experts that we have.
So the other part of this is natural gas prices, which NYSEG doesn't control the cost of the actual natural gas. To be clear to everybody, you control the delivery cost only. The price of the actual commodity has gone up in some cases like 70% over the past week. I mean, the demand right now is just skyrocketing because this Arctic air is stretching all the way down to Georgia, to Texas, right? And we all kind of buy natural gas in some ways from the same marketplace. How concerned is NYSEG just in your customers being able to afford what's about to come out?
Yeah, absolutely. Customer bills are such an important topic for us. And one of the things that we're constantly trying to stress is, again, we don't control the supply prices. And when you have extreme colds like we're going to be having over these next few days, not just here in Western New York, but throughout so much of the country as well, the demand for this energy is going to to be rising. So as a result, supply prices are going to be probably a lot higher on customers' bills over the next few weeks, possibly even few months as well. It appears on your NYSEG bill, but we don't control it. So that's why we're encouraging you, find ways to manage your energy use. We have a great resource online right at the front page of nyseg.com. You can see winter energy tips, whether it's small things like putting draft guards at the bottom of your door, insulation in your house. Maybe don't use that space heater. Those are energy guzzlers. Things like that are basic ways that you can control your energy use.
Everybody thinking about trying to stay warm over the next week, potentially longer, with this just historic storm moving through a big part of the country. Mike Baggerman with NYSEG, thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.